Hi, my name is Alita Warden, and I wanted to discuss some of the reading that we've had over the past 3 weeks uh, about family life education and what it can do for families and individuals as they learn more about how to address those needs. Family life education is a educational activity which involves adults, and it's designed to strengthen the home and family as well as foster positive attitudes in individuals, couples, family development outside settings outside the traditional classroom. So it should be relevant to the individuals and couples and families across their lifespan. It should address individual needs of couples, families, and communities. A family life educator draws on material from many fields and from professionals. It also offers many venues, including workshops, videos, printed material, and internet, and other forms to get the information across to the general public. It provides information and education on topics concerning individuals, families, communities, and is not meant as a therapy session. It's instead just an informational session. There's a lot of diverse values and backgrounds when presenting the information and material, so the family life educator needs to be sensitive to those issues and the diverse groups that it may cover in their topics. So to do that, you kind of well, first of all, I was very interested in how it came to be, and so I was really enjoyed the part of the reading that talked about how it was started to ensure biblical standards, and later became a mother-child study group, and then it was developed into the PTA. Then it evolved and was signed in. Different acts were signed in by President Lincoln and Woodrow Wilson, and helped evolve into kind of what we know now. There's a cooperative extension system, which continues to further the family life education in community settings, and that's just kept evolving over time. The extension of home economics, that was really important, and to further disseminate information to target audiences. And you can also provide that information through workshops, fact sheets, pamphlets, online learning modules, and other sources. Parent education has become both preventative and remedial, depending on the needs of the target audience. And the target audience is really important to identify so that you can structure the workshop towards your target audience and make sure that you're not talking about something that they're not interested in or that doesn't apply to the workshop that has been chosen. The classes help families to better cope with childcare methods with their families and young children. It can address spousal issues, couples issues, child abuse issues, anything that involves the family, individuals even, couples, children, because they all play a part in our community. And so to make a stronger, better community, it's important to address some of the needs and concerns and try to find a way to prevent some of the issues or help people cope with issues that they already have in their lives. My family life education workshop is going to be on child abuse, and I'm a CASA, and so I'm a child advocate for children who are in the child CPS system. So these are children who have already been identified that have needs, and so I have, over the years that I've been doing this, which is about 7, I've learned some of the things that how to identify child abuse, how to report it, and how to make people aware of, maybe they don't know the signs of child abuse. And so this is something that's important to me because it's something that I work with on a daily basis. And so I would like to make sure that people are aware of that. And so I'm looking for a target group that would fall into, of course, any grandparents groups or parent groups or Mother's Day out groups, anything like that would be they would be interested in the subject of protecting children and preventing child abuse. April is National Child Abuse Month, so that's I'd like to be sure and try to do something in the month of April, maybe early April, late March, so that I'm able to target a group that where there's extra awareness within our community. So they have now, National Council for Family Relations has certified family life educators and has certified that, so you can become a certified family life educator, and you're expected to demonstrate competencies of 10 substantial areas that are related to family, interpersonal relationship, research management, parenting, family law, public policy, ethics, family life education, and methodology, so that you're better able to address those issues as they come up in a workshop. The internet is always a useful tool to get information out there quickly, and it's one of the resources that is available now when doing family life education courses or workshops. So there's a variety of approaches. You can do the expert approach, which is as a subject matter expert on a topic that they're teaching. They are very knowledgeable. They have skills that others don't, and it's up to them to relay the information to others. The facilitator is one. The facilitator approach doesn't really have an agenda. They just are trying to facilitate a discussion and throw out there some thought-provoking questions and kind of help people understand the issues, but they more facilitate a discussion rather than teach as much. The target group is well informed as well, though, so that they can have an intelligent discussion about what the topic is. They're usually a peer or equal in education or subject matter information. There's the critical inquirer approach, and they use questions to help the participants think about critical issues involving society and ways to make a meaningful contribution to society. So this would be more of an approach where you get people thinking. You ask different questions that would be thought-provoking and help them to think about how they would handle a situation rather than just giving the information again. A collaborator approach is a mixture of kind of the expert and the facilitator. They disseminate information, but at the same time, they also facilitate and a good discussion about the workshop. They prepared an agenda, but they've also facilitate the discussion. Interventionist approach. Family life educator seeks to bring about transformation and change of the participants through education on the issues. So you would see this a lot in parenting classes, where you would have parents who have, like in my situation, I related a lot to court issues. So a lot of times parents are mandated by the courts to go to parenting classes. In those parenting classes, they have an interventionist approach that they try to explain or help the participants come to an understanding as to why it's bad to abuse children or neglect them or put them in dangerous situations. The eclectic approach decides which elements of the other approaches best fits the situation, and then uses a combination to when they're working through the issues. Improving practices in family life education. Certification always increases credibility by promoting high standards in the industry. I think it does with any industry. When you know someone's certified, whether it's their certified legal secretary or they're a certified family life educator, it shows that they have those credentials. They've studied extra hard this area of expertise, and that they have a little bit more knowledge than the average Joe on the street. But they also need to market themselves. A certified family life educator needs to market themselves to bring public awareness to their roles in the community. The academic training involved in becoming a certified family life educator is critical. They play a critical part in informing the general public why certification can assist them and addressing family needs. So they market themselves so that they can let the public know, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it, and this is how I can assist you or help you in your situation. They offer preventive programs in addition to counseling services. They can. So if an agency has like a counselor, again, I'm going to refer back to what I know, which is CASA. So sometimes they are court-ordered to, families or children are court-ordered to counseling. And so they're mandated to go to a therapist. But at the same time, they also need the parenting classes. So if you have a client that offers the counseling service, then you could offer your services as a certified family life specialist to provide a workshop on parenting or nutrition or something that falls within that the fields that they are also dealing with, the struggles that they're also dealing with. And as stated in the reading, public policy may provide and or require workshops or classes related to families, which can be directed towards the family life educator. So I know a lot of courts are offering or mandating divorce counseling. So if you're going through a divorce, you have to go to counseling so that you understand that you're still co-parenting. That you're still co-parenting with the other person, and that you need to find effective methods and ways to do that. And so they give divorce counseling or mandate divorce counseling as a way of doing that. So the public policy directs that there's a need for the workshop, and then it's a place where family life educators can work their magic or they can become part of the solution instead of the problem. So marketing your family life principles, practices, and programs. So you have to create the product is the total package or high quality professional services offered to your clients. The product includes desired behaviors for the participants to adopt. With child abuse prevention, like I was talking, I'm going to do, the family life educator would want the participants to adopt a mindset and skills to channel their aggression or constructive ways to deal with their aggression. Same thing with like neglect. You would want to have your participants who are in the workshop adopt a mindset of better ways to parent. How you need to make sure your children are bathed, or you can't leave them alone by themselves at the age of 3. things like that, that you would want them to change their actual way of thinking so that they are then able to have better parenting skills. Assessing your target audience ensures that the educational program is relevant to their individuals and family needs, to include geographic region, demographic, psychographic, the attitudes and behaviors. So again, you're going to look for a target audience that's going to fit your educational program that you're offering. So, for instance, with my topic, I want to promote awareness of child abuse and how to prevent it, how to report it, what constitutes child abuse. So I am going to gear it more towards the general public, people who haven't been mandated to go to counseling, but who also want to prevent child abuse and want to protect children. So I'll look for people who like Mother's Day out groups or play date groups or grandmother groups, like I said, things like that, where parents are actually, or grandparents are actually looking for ways to help and to be able to do that. I may talk to my CASA group. I just haven't figured that out yet. CASA is mandated reporters, so if we know of abuse, child abuse, we are mandated by the courts to report the abuse. So we do go through training and counseling. Not counseling, sorry. We do go through training every year to ensure that we understand some of these things. So it may be that I'm able to talk to the CASA group just as an added workshop. We have new CASA volunteers coming in all the time. So I'm going to talk to my supervisors to see if maybe I can talk to a group of volunteers about some of those things that they don't know about, because to be a CASA volunteer, you don't have to have specific knowledge or training. As long as you're willing to dedicate 18 months of your life, 12 to 18 months of your life, to help kids that are in abused and neglected situations. You visit with them once a month. You report to the courts as to how they're doing, things like that. So you have to be able to spot abuse. So some of these children are still in the home. Most of them are removed and put in a foster home. But in talking with the children, you find out some of the abuse that has happened, whether it's mental abuse, physical abuse, neglect. And you have to be very careful about how you talk to the child and how you interact with them, so that they don't feel like they've done something wrong, or you don't say like, well, what did you do? Why didn't you do? You need to be sensitive to their issues. So again, that works with the diversity, because you're working with all age groups. You work with everyone that's involved with the child. So again, that might be something that I'm looking to target a new incoming CASA group, so that I can help them understand abuse, how it gets reported, where to go to report it. Sometimes we'll get a child that is either neglected or physically abused, and as the case goes on, we find out that they were actually sexually abused as well, because they start to open up to the CASA and explain to them what's going on or what has gone on in their little lives. And so that's something that you need to report. So again, it might be a group that I decide to target because I have access to the group, but I also know what that target audience is, and also what the client, which would be CASA as a whole, what they want to get across to some of their volunteers, so that they'll understand some of the things that they need to look for. So that might be something that I look for. So you want to position the product. Again, the product is just your package and your professional presentation that you're gonna put together. You want to be able to position it to have maximum appeal to the client. So you want to explain to them, I know this is what your audience, your target audience is looking for or what they need, and this is how I can deliver it. The place, you have to find a physical location of the services offered to the clientele. It needs to be a safe place. It needs to be a place where it's safe for both the presenter and the participants. Also, you want to look professional. You want to have your materials, your educational and physical facility workshop material available to them. So you want to make sure that they understand when you're marketing how to get to the facility, where it's at. You also want to tell them a little bit about the workshop so that they'll understand, as most people are going to go to a workshop that they have no idea or no interest in. They're going to want to go to something that is applicable to their lives. You can do promotional activities to bring awareness to the services for any potential participants. So you can have like little booths or wherever, and have things that will bring awareness to the services that you're going to have. A lot of times they'll have different community workshops that they have like little booths set up to inform people about different things that are going on in the community, and that would be a great time to have a promotional activity. And I know CASA sets up a booth, and at different things we have floats in the parade or cars riding around that say CASA on the side. So those are all kind of promotional activities so that people then say, want to know more about the services. But you would want to do it in a way that you're also able to give them pamphlets or written materials so that they can read and understand more about the workshop that you're going to present. And just when you're marketing, make sure that you're partnering with your clientele to make sure that you instill confidence in the program and that you have both the same goal and mindset as to who the target audience is going to be and to how best to market to them. And that's all I have for today. Thanks. Have a great day.